On the news tonight, Chief of Staff to the President, Nta Ijebu Ode, calls for radical overhaul of Nigeria's public university system. Plus, correspondent examines incident that led to the death of 14-year-old SS1 students in Ibadan. Good evening and welcome to Nta Ijebu Ode News at 7. My name is Fatima Hassan, and here are the news in details. The Chief of Staff to the President of Nigeria, Nta Ijebu Ode, has called for a radical overhaul of Nigeria's public university system, emphasizing that they must stop relying solely on government support and start positioning themselves as global players to attract foreign students. He stated this while delivering a keynote address at the annual lecture of Osun State University in Osogbo, Femi Afáriogun Azmo.
Speaking on the theme, interrogating funding of education, global versus Nigerian perspectives, Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Ode, says both federal and state governments can no longer sustain the full financial burden of public university education in Nigeria. He emphasized the urgent need for universities to develop alternative revenue streams.
Now, public universities in Nigeria can and should also look to increase their international profiles to become attractive destinations for international students, willing and able to pay fees that might otherwise be practically and politically inexpedient for native students. Nigeria's embassies around the world can become very effective avenues for reaching out to a global market of students.
Ode also called for a culture of excellence and zero tolerance for unethical practices.
True reform would require a fundamental shift in how these institutions operate. That might involve stronger accountability measures, independent oversight, and a culture of transparency where abuse is not just punished after the fact, but prevented in the first place. Universities should not be places where power is wielded unchecked, but exercised responsibly for the benefit of the academic community.
In his remarks, Osun State Governor Senator Adebola Adeleke reaffirmed his administration's commitment to supporting education as a catalyst for innovation and sustainable development.
In national examination, Osun is now ranked 7th position. We were 33rd in 2022. Our target is to be ranked #1 in future.
The event concluded with the presentation of an award by Osun State University to the guest lecturer. In Osogbo, Femi Afáriogun, NTA News.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has taken a significant step towards addressing the state's housing storage with the inauguration of 442 new homes. Joyken Akpaboya reported that the housing project, tagged the Greater Lagos Housing Project, underscores the government's commitment to providing affordable housing for its residents. A report.
The Greater Lagos Housing Project comprises 21 blocks of 378 apartment units at Lawansin and 64 units of 4-bedroom maisonettes at Iponri, both in the Surulere area of Lagos. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the initiative, geared towards providing decent homes for Lagosians, is a reflection of the state government's dedication to inclusivity, modern infrastructure and community development.
And so with the opening of these new homes, we're unlocking potentials, we're unlocking opportunities, we're giving fresh starts to people that believe they do not have a future. We're giving you an opportunity to know that in Lagos, you have a future. This government will continue to work for you, will continue to work with you, will continue to ensure that all the strata that make Lagos resilient, that make it livable, are the things that we do.
The housing project, the Lagos State Commissioner for Housing, Maruf Akindeju Fatai, says will create jobs, boost local businesses, and stimulate economic growth.
In the housing sector today, under your leadership, we are 22, and we still have about 4 coming very soon. We are not only serving the low-income man. We are in Badagry, we are in Epe, and we are also in Ikorodu. As we speak, we are in Egongodo, and Mr. Governor has given us all the cooperation.
The new housing estates, executed through a public-private partnership, brings the total number of housing projects executed by the Governor Sanwo-Olu-led administration to 22. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakoya, NTA News.
The lawmaker representing Abeokuta South Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Maruf Afolabi Afuakwe, says the commitment of the members of the 10th National Assembly extends beyond legislation to concrete national and community interventions to engender good governance in the country. This was during a community engagement with members of his constituency in Abeokuta, Ogun State, where he promised to continuously advance the welfare of his constituents through key legislative actions. Yemi Dalemo has more.
The engagement with key stakeholders in the Abeokuta Federal Constituency afforded the lawmaker the opportunity to inform members of the constituency of his efforts at the Federal House of Representatives. He explained that as part of his core responsibilities, he has sponsored a series of bills aimed at improving national governance and local development. Notable among them are the National Farm Settlements Agency Bill, aimed at revitalizing the agricultural sector, and the Police Act Amendment Bill, which seeks to improve policing in Nigeria. Other legislative initiatives highlighted by Honorable Afuakwe include the National Council for Arts and Culture Amendment Bill and the National Arts Commission of Nigeria Amendment Bill. He also informed that he has initiated motions to address issues such as the provision of stable electricity for consumers and the promotion of traditional fabric industries like Adire and Kampala as part of his cultural advocacy.
We have arable land. We have what it takes to produce what we can eat in Nigeria. So we need to focus on agric. On NACO bill, the argument on NACO bill is I've gone to Mura severally, and I believe that what NACO is supposed to be doing is regulatory function.
Hundreds of his constituents received cash gifts and professional tools, including motorcycles, sewing machines, hair dryer, among others, to enhance their livelihood, stimulate economic growth, and reduce unemployment in the constituency.
Member of the House of Reps representing Abeokuta South is that he should not change. He should continue to be what he has been, the lover of his people, because that's what God has made him all along.
For me, others of my colleagues are benefiting from him since beginning of his tenure.
Talking about this project, our Honorable saw the need for him to also key into the agenda of our amiable governor, and decided to actually come in. That is the way to actually be a good representative.
Thank you for what he has done, because we are in need of this classroom, even more. There is no water in this community at all.
Lawmakers also donated a block of 6 classrooms to his alma mater, St. John's High School, Kuto, Abeokuta, 3 classrooms and a borehole to Methodist Nursery and Primary School, Ogbe, toilet facility to St. Peter's Clever Nursery and Primary School, Okefon, and NUD Primary School, Okealeji, Etoko, Abeokuta. Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
Following Tuesday morning killing of a 14-year-old SS1 student by a stray bullet of the police, the Odunayo family is appealing for prompt justice to be served. In a swift reaction to the development, the Oyo State government has called for calm, insisting that investigations are ongoing. But what is the take of citizens on this unfortunate incident? Kende Omolosho has more.
That act by the driver led to the tragic death of Kehinde Alade, who was hit by the police bullet as his father, Odunayo, attempted to escape arrest, having violated traffic rule.
The death of 14-year-old Kehinde Alade is not just sad and shocking, but avoidable, as what started as a traffic offense with his father driving against traffic resulted into the loss of an innocent life.
In my years of knowing him, he had never been involved in squabble with any student. Very quiet, easygoing, cool-headed, intelligent boy.
While commiserating with the deceased family, the Oyo State government, in a statement, noted that the incident was avoidable and promised to work in conjunction with the Nigerian police to ensure justice is served.
Justice for this Taiwo boy is a justice for the nation, and to forestall other occurrence, there should be a proper channel through which this public outcry should be heard.
But how can issues like this be averted?
There should be a better way for us to apprehend a traffic offender. Thank God all these vehicles are e-registered. You don't need to pursue any offender. The only thing you can do is to install most of the CCTV.
The Oyo State Police Command has begun comprehensive investigation into the incident, while the officer responsible for the discharge of the firearm has been taken into custody. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
May so rest in perfect peace. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has announced plans to conduct a mop-up examination for candidates who were unable to sit for 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination due to various reasons. Olayinka Ojo reported that the Registrar of JAMB, Professor Isiaq Oloyede, disclosed this at a stakeholders meeting held in Abuja. The meeting brought together chief external examiners, state technical advisors, and other key stakeholders in the education sector. Professor Oloyede assures them of the board's unwavering commitment to integrity, equity, and fairness in the conduct of its examinations. In response to concerns over the swift scheduling of the mop-up exam, the registrar explains that the decision was informed by the urgency imposed by the National Academic Calendar, which UTME candidates must strictly follow to avoid disruptions.
Late April. From May, WASC starts, and it goes on to that's SSC for WAEC, and immediately NECO starts till July. Immediately NAPTEP follows. This same set of students are the one taking all these examinations. So once you miss your time, it will be difficult. We have also decided that even those who missed the earlier initial exam, who are absent, we will extend this opportunity to them to also receive.
Meanwhile, chairman of the External Examiners Group, Professor Vincent Tenenberg, comments Professor Oloyede's leadership and proactive measures during what he describes as particularly challenging period for the examination body.
The right way, and whenever there is a challenge, it is our duty to ensure that we provide solutions.
The meeting also took a solemn turn as stakeholders observed a minute of silence in honor of a candidate who allegedly died by suicide in connection with the outcome of the examination. You are watching Nta Ijebu Ode News at 7. We'll be going on a short break. Please stay tuned.
Oh, what a wonderful world of Sure Clean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sure Clean. Sure Clean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean whites and all colors, Sure Clean detergents makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of Sure Clean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. Sure Clean detergents makes your family clean and happy. Sure Clean detergents, happiness with every wash.
Are you desiring a future career in nursing science, law, medical laboratory science, public health, accounting, economics, agricultural extension and rural development, criminology and security studies, and other NUC-approved and accredited professional academic programs? If your UTME score 140 and above, then this information is for you. Admission for all these courses is currently ongoing at the Atiba University, Oyo, Nigeria's fastest growing and cost-effective private university. The university is located in the peaceful, serene, and secure environment of Oyo Township in Oyo State, Nigeria. Hurry now. Admission is in progress. Visit www.atibauniversity.edu.ng to apply or call any of these numbers: 081-034-94152, 080-385-79822. What are you waiting for? The future is now.
Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. When a system prioritizes age over competence and overlooks the experience and welfare of its retirees, it often breeds anxiety, what some call retirement fever. This is the perspective shared by stakeholders analyzing the persistent trend of age falsification in Nigeria's public service. Depot correspondent Joseph Austin examines the implication in this special report.
35 years of service and maximum age of 60 years are the requirement for Nigerian workers to stay active in service. This seems enough for many, bearing in mind that the period constitutes a productive era of the worker that would equally allow for adequate preparation for life after retirement. But this has not been the case, as many remain unsatisfied and have falsified their ages to extend their stay in service.
It's a crime, punishable, but when we are not enforcing the punishment, you see all these incidences of a senior police officer, a senior personnel division, and at the end nothing happens. So you are sending a very dangerous message and setting a dangerous precedent as well.
The economic and social well-being is not at the level where they want, so staying much more time, they feel will create more opportunity to grow the kind of welfare or economic system that can sustain them after work.
Currently, the National Judicial Council says it is investigating allegation of age falsification involving 18 judges in the Imo State Judiciary. Analysts blame the menace on policies emphasizing age limitations in the education and recruitment systems of the country, as well as faulty pre-retirement plans.
You go to a university, you want to spend 4 years, you end up spending 7 years of no fault of yours, and now they want you are applying for a job, they want a working experience, they want everything, and all they want it within 24 years. It's not practically possible. The government should make it a mandatory policy. No employer of labor, either private sector, either public, should put an age limit to any employment.
Should also make a deliberate policy for allowing people to access, this National Housing Fund, because the first challenge a retiring officer will have is accommodation. And then also the issue of our pension scheme.
Workplace occupancy comes to question. Are you interested? Are you agile? Are you ready? That drops certainly. So it affects. So the best part of job that such individuals can do is the advisory role.
During the 2025 Workers' Day celebration, the organized labor advocated for the increment of the retirement age from 60 to 65 years and service years from 35 to 40. But analysts feel this alone will not stop falsification of age without a structure that brings the retirees' expertise and experience to bear while catering for their welfare. In Abuja, Joseph Utan, NTA News.
That's all we have for you tonight on Nta Ijebu Ode News at 7. Stay tuned for our Yoruba News updates from Adediro Adetoishi. Good night.
Oh, what a wonderful world of Sure Clean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sure Clean. Sure Clean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean whites and all colors, Sure Clean detergents makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of Sure Clean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. Sure Clean detergents makes your family clean and happy. Sure Clean detergents, happiness with every wash.
Are you desiring a future career in nursing science, law, medical laboratory science, public health, accounting, economics, agricultural extension and rural development, criminology and security studies, and other NUC-approved and accredited professional academic programs? If your UTME score 140 and above, then this information is for you. Admission for all these courses is currently ongoing at the Atiba University, Oyo, Nigeria's fastest growing and cost-effective private university. The university is located in the peaceful, serene, and secure environment of Oyo Township in Oyo State, Nigeria. Hurry now. Admission is in progress. Visit www.atibauniversity.edu.ng to apply or call any of these numbers: 081-034-94152, 080-385-79822. What are you waiting for? The future is now.